Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good week. Um, Couple things. I've been, I guess, happy to see and just glad that the prayer I threw out there was helpful to people, or seems to have been helpful. Um, yeah, I mean, if that kind of stuff is of benefit to you guys, I'm more than willing to share that stuff. Obviously, that gets a little more into the deep, dark, personal parts of Jay, but as I think most of you are knowing, and some of you that maybe are getting to know me, that's kind of my idea, is to be as transparent as possible. So I'll try to continue, show some of that stuff that I have gone through, am going through, showing you what I do, how do I go through it. Um, that maybe is a little bit more spontaneous versus me always talking about it in a video. So I'll keep doing that. I'm in the parking lot to see my counselor today. I've talked a little bit about my counselor, not a ton, but I've shared with you how important she's been in my treatment strategy. I've been seeing my counselor now for 8 years. She's someone that my wife and I went to together, ironically. Since we were getting remarried, we didn't really have a church we were going to, and we found a Christian-based counselor that kind of served as a way of just working with both of us. Over time, she's turned into an unbelievable asset, both to my wife and I, as well as to myself. So she's seen the whole gamut of me going through the evolution of being diagnosed to misdiagnosed to bad meds, good meds, wrong meds, lost jobs, success, failures, financial, cataclysmic catastrophes. She's been there. And I don't know what I would do without having her as a part of, my support team. So I've talked a lot about the psychiatrist and the medication side, but I really need to emphasize just as much that the counseling side is just as important. Let's be honest, our loved ones around us can get fatigued, they can get tired, especially those, out there. And I know I get into these ruts too, where I'm struggling daily, hourly, and it's just too much for our loved ones to have to always necessarily hear everything that's going on. I think the counselor gives us an ability to download and to process and get more of a helpful approach that maybe sometimes you don't get, where there is the bedside manner isn't as good with a psychiatrist. So I cannot recommend and suggest that having a counselor is so important. I know it can be hard to find one. I think you have to go through a lot of those close friends, recommendations. Again, a lot of times you can find a good psychiatrist from a counselor, and sometimes you can find a good counselor from a psychiatrist. So I talk a lot about my faith and just that aspect of how that's been important, and having a counselor that does have some sort of rooted belief in the role that God can play in all of this has been tremendously helpful for me, because at the end of the day, there's only so much I can do and only so much that my meds can do. And there's a part where, we need to invite God into our heart to help us. But the bottom line is the counseling piece is such an important and integral part of this. And Mary Beth, she's helped me so much. I'm so blessed to have her help and her support. And yeah, I would just strongly recommend you guys do this, and just really think about and prayerfully consider having a counselor if you've not already got one. Get one, that can help you out and process some of these things. And for those that have, maybe share some of your stories on the comments and threads about how counselors may have helped you to help others. That's all I got. God bless you guys, and have a great day.